Hi, I'm Marcy, and this is my family. Well, some of our family, at least. This is our home in the town we live in, which is adjacent to Walt Disney World. It's called Celebration, Florida. Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in Celebration, Florida, the town that Disney built? Well, come along with me as we live, work, and play next to the happiest place on earth. Welcome to the Celebration Diaries. Well, happy New Year's Day, and as promised, the prime rib roast will be baked today. So, you wonder what that is? That is going to be the part of the rub, part of the crusty, delicious coating that will sear onto the outer part of our rib roast. And I'm going to add some extra virgin olive oil to the butter. This is just softened, salted butter. I'm gonna add a bit of that black garlic to it. That was delicious. I believe the black garlic difference is that it's extra roasted, as you can see on the label. I have some rosemary. I have some Montreal steak seasoning. A little bit of Mrs. Dash. Why not? A whole lot of different seasonings in that. Regular garlic powder, thyme, onion powder, Italian herb seasoning. I have several seasonings lined up. I'm going to start adding some of those to the butter, mix it. Eugenio is working today. He'll be getting home. The house will be warm and smelling of this delicious roast as it bakes in the oven. And I will bring you back soon as we go step by step. I also added some minced garlic, and the kind that's in extra virgin olive oil. And I went ahead with some Gold's prepared horseradish in my butter olive oil mixture. So I've got all the spices in there, somewhere between 1 to 2 tablespoons each of the spices. I might want extra on the Montreal steak sauce. So get a little, has a lot of salt and pepper in it, and that's always good on a good sear. But I can see that this herbed butter is not going to be enough to cover that. That is a huge prime rib. So I'm going to have to put another stick of butter in here and some more olive oil so I can really give this prime rib a good coat. I want to layer it on thick so we get that nice crust on the outside that's so delicious when it cooks. So I will be doing that and be back. And there you have it. That beautiful bone-in prime rib roast. Like I said, it's about 8.5 pounds, 3 big bones, possibly 4. I'm not 100% sure. And it happens to be slathered in delicious herbed butter. Typically, if Chef Eugenio was not working today, the oven has preheated. If he wasn't working today, he would have went out in the garden and picked fresh herbs and chopped them finely for me to use, but he is working, and I used the pre-prepared dried herbs, and it'll be fine. But yes, it is better with the fresh herbs that he brings from the garden. But we are doing our best. What I did first too that I forgot to tell you was pat it dry with a paper towel. Otherwise the crusty butter, well, it's not crusty yet, the butter mixture won't stick to it. So I patted it dry with a clean paper towel, threw away the paper towel, of course, immediately afterward. And it was nice and dry. And then I put on cooking gloves, rubber disposable cooking gloves. And then I started just rubbing the mixture all over the roast. As you can see, it's got the nice coating, especially on those sides. Oh, that's gonna be good. Now I'm following the technique on that's online. It's called the reverse sear. No, this is not the reverse sear. I did the reverse sear once and I didn't care for it. This is the one where you preheat your oven to 500 degrees, put it in just for about 10 minutes, and that sears it. Then we're gonna kick it down to 325 for a slow roast. And we're gonna slow roast it for about 2.5 hours because we want ours to be medium in the middle. And because I like mine medium rare. And I believe online it said for the 8.5 pounds, it would take 2.5 hours for a medium at medium in the middle, medium rare. It was 14 minutes per pound, which equaled a little over 2 hours at 325 after the 500 degree 10-minute sear. So here goes. I'm going to open this piping hot oven and put it in, and here we go. He's in there, and I have closed the oven, and we're going to watch him roast or sear for 10 minutes. This is so exciting. It's already smelling good. And I will be checking the temperature internally too with my digital fast read thermometer. That's another part of the recipe. It does give you, of course, what temperatures your meat should be at. I will link the recipe in the comments so you can see it. Okay. See you soon. I can hear the butter sizzling as that roast is. Can you hear it? In the meantime, while we wait, because we have a couple hours, I'm going to bake this spinach and ricotta strudel. I have bought these before and they are delicious. It's all ready to go. All you do is put it on your cookie sheet or sheet pan and put it in the oven for 20 minutes at 395. So I'm going to pop this in the oven with the prime rib. I'm going to kick it down to 395, like I said, in about 10 minutes. And then I'll bake this, and then I'll put the prime rib down to 325. Won't hurt a thing. All right, looking forward to having this little appetizer before dinner tonight in a couple hours, because actually haven't had anything all day. Skipping breakfast. It's about 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the afternoon. You definitely get hungry. All right, see you soon. All right, here is our spinach. Oops, here's my hand. Here's our spinach ricotta flaky. Listen to that. Oh, it's delicious. Flaky. It's perfect. It's gonna be good. I do like it better when I make it in the little air fryer oven. It comes out even browner and steamier and flakier, but this will be just fine in the regular oven. Nothing wrong with that. I'll let you know when we taste it. We are getting ready to plate up the prime rib dinner. We have the green beans almondine, the toasted pecans. They really are perfect. They really tasted good. Mm-hmm. I tasted some of those pecans with a little bit of garlic and onion that were sauteed in them. Oh my goodness. They literally melted in your mouth. And then the green beans just with a tiny bit of lemon zest. And of course salt and pepper and the fresh grated Parmesan cheese on top. This is divine. The beans are al dente. When you bite into them, they're not mushy. They're not too hard, not too soft. They just have the best crisp. And then over here, I'm gonna cover that so they stay warm until we do the plate up. Jean Eugenio made a delicious beef gravy with some of the drippings from the prime rib. I had 4 double stuffed potatoes that we made. A little bit cheesy, a little bit buttery, and the skins are still on the bottom, but they were so big. We had 4, like I said. I cut them in half because you can't eat them all. We also have Parker House rolls, so bread and butter. And I'm not even eating a roll. I'm not even eating the bread and butter. I can't do it. With even the half a potato, almondines, a little gravy. I have made some homemade horseradish sauce for the prime rib. And here's the star of the show. She's gorgeous. Look at that sear. Look at that crust and the drippings. Tomorrow, Eugenio is going to make, what was it called?
Yorkshire pudding.
Yorkshire pudding. Ooh, yum, yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, let's see you do the honors. He's gonna take it out of the rack. It is the perfect medium well. And you can see the bones now. There are 3 bones. So what I do, once we eat dinner tonight, Eugenio will shave all the meat off of it. He's gonna start plating up some beef for us. And once he shaves all the beef off the bones, I'm gonna make a beef stock. I'm gonna use a slow cooker. I'm going to put the bones in with carrots, celery, onion, water. And I'm gonna let it simmer for 24 to 48 hours in the crock pot in the kitchen. And it will simmer and boil and brew off and on for the next 2 days. And this house, if you've never had beef broth, chicken broth, homemade, oh my goodness. And it's organic, it's so good. When we do it, I use it for soup stock. I use it for whatever we're cooking with. This time, I'm going to use our beef stock, beef broth, for French onion soup base. So that'll be a meal later in the week. We'll have fresh, hot, bubbly, delicious, creamy, cheesy French onion soup with the beef broth made from these bones. Okay, Jean, let's see you do the honors.
Well, we're gonna do it.
Let's do it. This temperature came to a perfect 135 degrees, which was medium rare in the middle, because I like a medium rare. On the end, it might be a little more well done, which my mother likes. Here we go. Woo. The natural juices. And you don't have to worry, when you cook a prime rib like this and it cuts open, you're going to see juices, red juices, brown juices. You're going to see it, and it isn't blood per se. It's the natural juices coming out. Hey, Nick, go ahead and take this, the rack with the oils and drippings. Just sit it back in the oven.
Okay.
The oven's off. It's been off.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Do me a favor. Set it back here on the towel.
Okay.
Open the oven, and then set it in and shut it. Yeah, that way you can. Yeah, easier. Thank you, honey.
Okay.
Then I can get really in here. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Oh.
Pause it.
Let's see. So the end pieces are always a little more well done, which my mother prefers that way. But once we get into the middle, it's going to be more and more medium rare, and that's my forte. Look at it. She's lucky though, the crust. That's the best part. Look at that. It's really a gorgeous rib. Oh, nice. Oh, that is a perfect for her, for my mom. You know what I mean? Because she doesn't like the pink. And people like me know, I don't know. People like me are like, how can you have it so well done? We want the juice. Yes.
All right, look at that.
I'll pause it. We'll get this plated up. I'll show you a plate, and then we are going to go enjoy our dinner together as a family. See you soon. Well, as you might have suspected, the dinner was delicious. There's some of the prime rib with Jean's homemade beef gravy over it, and there's just a regular plain piece, and it was mighty good. I thought I'd end this video with just some random photos of holiday events we went to, from Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year's, different fun things we did, like the parks at Disney, and also our angel that sits on top of our porch, and then also our candlelight Christmas Eve service that was so beautiful. And I thought I'd put some photos also of our fun time at Moulin Rouge, the Broadway play. It was amazing. I was ready to can, as you could see in this photo. And we had such a nice time doing that. Then we moved on to Christmas party at Neighbors and Friends. And we have our Bayberry candle, the legend of. Always important to remember at least one tradition at New Year's, I think. And then some New Year's Eve fun. My mom with her light up hat on, and Nicholas with his top hat, very dapper. Us dressed up for a night out with friends. We had such a blast. Happy New Year. So happy you joined us. From our house to yours, may you have the most blessed and happiest of New Year's in the year to come. Thank you so much for joining us.